Hey, everyone. Welcome to the First Ones to Die podcast. My name is Jonathan. I'm here with my pals, Alex and Jerome. How are you both doing today on this fine day?
I'm all right. I'm chilling. Uh,
Or
got
shall I
water.
say, sexy day?
I, I got water. I got this thing that says never stop doing the shit you love, and I love this podcast, which is why I'm here, despite the subject matter. But all right.
Viewer discretion is advised. And Alex, how are you doing?
Well, for our audio listeners, for those in the video who just saw me, I poured myself a nice drink. I will be drinking, full disclosure, during this whole podcast. Why? Because this was agreement to. I agreed only to watch the show on that condition. If you saw on our Instagram, I did some reaction shots. I didn't let you guys know what we were reviewing, but I did let you know how much it physically hurt me to watch it. And my cup.
Yes,
Also, really quick, showing off my cup. Isn't it pretty?
it's a beautiful cup.
Right? I just got it. I gotta find the vendor and let you guys know because she does amazing work with Mexican folk, uh, traditional Mexican folk artwork and creations and things like that. Like I said, Mexicans, we love our clay. But anyway, Jonathan, how are you?
I'm doing well. I haven't gotten the last reality show that I watched before this that was on Netflix was too hot to handle. And that's a thing in its own as well. Netflix needs to just like
Netflix needs
we'll
to
get
stop.
into it. I can't even put it into words, but their reality shows are very much all over the place. And with
I
that,
think they're all bad, but that's just me personally.
watch The Circle.
No,
That'll change your mind. Watch The Circle.
I like the
Okay.
babysitter, the killer babysitter. That was a good
No,
movie.
the reality
Oh,
show.
reality? Oh, I don't watch reality in general.
Watch
I
The
try to
Circle.
avoid reality.
No,
No,
I like the babysitter. It's cheesy, but I like it.
it's good. But let's focus on the
But
main
today,
problem at hand. What?
yeah,
All right, look today.
let's
Look,
focus on
let's just
today.
cut the cheese. Okay, today we're gonna
Today
like, or
we're talking about
cut to the
sexy
chase is
beasts.
what I meant to
Okay,
say, not cut cheese.
cut to the
You know what
cheese.
I'm drinking?
We're talking about sexy beasts. We might as well cut to the cheese because that's a good. I think that relates to whatever we're talking about today. So, sexy beasts is a Netflix reality show. Hoping to say goodbye to superficial dating, real life singles sport elaborate makeup and prosthetics to put true blind date chemistry to the test. I don't even know where to start with this show.
I'll tell you where we start. First of all, let me just tell you something. If you look up this show, and you don't know what you're looking at because you're seeing a demon woman and maybe a panda person and like a beaver man.
Oh wait, really quick. The panda duetted me on TikTok. I was very proud of that. Her name is
Really?
Caroselli.
Carousel.
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 Yeah. She duetted the scene I put up of her calling herself a psychopath and me saying that the Tin Man, feared for his life, and she duetted me in that, and I'm like, oh my god. And I asked her, like, how heavy was that makeup? She's like, oh, it was very heavy. And I told her, I'm like, you were the scariest one, but the prettiest. So, that was, she took it as a
See,
compliment
that's
at
because
least.
now, granted, here's the thing. Y'all did what, 3?
I only could do 3.
I only did 3 episodes.
I did 4. I was gonna do the whole thing.
You were
then
that interested.
I had something else to do, so I stopped. I thought we were doing the whole thing, so I just kept doing I tried, but then after you, Alex, I think you said you did 3. I was like, oh well, shoot, I ain't gonna finish this then.
Well, yeah, because I was texting my mom too, and I texted her, and I was like, the panda scared the Tin Man because she called herself a psychopath. And then she's like, Alex, how much have you had to drink? And I'm like, not as much as you think. And that was an actual statement. And I'm like, she's like, I think you've had enough. And I'm like, I do too.
Here's the thing. This review is not gonna fit our format. It's not. Like There's no way we can talk about the show without spoiling it. So here's the fact of the matter is, all right, if you really want to see Sexy Beast, first of all, get yourself checked into a mental facility. Then after you come back from that traumatizing experience, then realize that you really should not care that we're going to spoil this entire reality show, at least 4 episodes of it. So
Okay,
there you go.
I say we start from the beginning. We go episode by episode and just like our quick thoughts on each episode. So the first episode, we had Emma, who was dressed as the devil. She had
or
her
just
3
a demon in general, you know.
Yeah, demon, I guess. She had her 3 suitors, which I don't remember what character.
One was
anyone's name.
One was a bamboo. One was a
baboon.
Did you say bamboo?
I do keep calling him a bamboo.
A baboon is an animal.
Hey, we're not taking such a tone with Alex. She's drinking today. Because Jonathan made me watch this. Look, the real reason I had to drink was because I got to think about furries. They freak me out. No shaming your kink. Like, if that makes you happy or whatever, like, you do you, but it still freaks me out, all right? And this freaked me out because for all that's said and done about the show, the makeup was actually really well done.
It's solid.
It freaked me out. The mouth looked incredible. The mouth looked realistic. That was some, like, straight up movie style.
When they revealed him, he looked like he was a boy band member.
Yeah,
he looked like he was a member of One Direction.
Yeah, no, like a lot of the makeup. Really, I have the utmost respect for that makeup department. They did incredible work. That being said, freaked me out. That freaks me out.
It's she had a mouse, a baboon, and who was the third one for this demon chick?
No, the mouse was a female.
No, the mouse was a dude.
Guy.
No. Okay. Anyway, she picked the bamboo.
Baboon.
No, now I'm just saying it to mess with Jerome.
She did, and I knew she was gonna pick the baboon from the first minute because her critique was, "Oh, I feel like there might be too much competition for you," or something like that. Whereas the other 2 guys, she gave critiques, and she was like, "Oh, you suck and I hate you." Those were her critiques for the other 2 guys, and the third guy's critique was you're too good or something like that.
Here's the thing also, and I thought about that also real quick. You should probably explain. Okay, so how this show goes, so
set it up for the audience. Thank you.
Is that essentially a person, male and female? There's they split it up evenly amongst these 6 episodes. So I think there's 3 women and 3 men. They are dressed up in extremely elaborate makeup effects to look like either animals or some type of creature. In Emma's case, she looks like a demon. So you really can't tell what these people look like realistically. And then they are set on 3 blind dates with 3 suitors who are also in elaborate makeup and look like some type of creature or thing. And then after they go on, and those initial first dates are just so they can get to know each other a little bit. After that, one person's eliminated at the choice of the person. And you also get to see what they look like.
In something called the sexy manor, by the way.
Yeah. And
the elimination zone is the sexy manor, where they have these paintings, by the way, of them as their characters on the wall in like a Renaissance style.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I did. I did.
And then after that, what's it called? Then they go on another set of blind dates, but just with the only 2 remaining suitors. And then she or he gets to make a choice as to who they're going to be with after that. And then they get the full face reveal of seeing each other face to face and whatever. And they walk off into the grass garden of love and whatnot and go.
And they
kiss
in
the car
passionately for people who just met yesterday.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the bamboo and the devil, he bit her lip at the end.
Yeah, I was like,
all right.
I was like, calm down there, brother. Look, you still on camera. Like, you can't calm it down.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the third suitor was a stone guy. He was like built like made like a Greek stone.
Right, like a Greek.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that,
I had to look it up, which is weird because I remember him once the most at all because he did nothing but compare himself to a god. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a god in real life, and like they made me a Greek god, and like.
Here's the thing, I'm not great at dating, but you know what you don't do on a first date is maybe don't start talking about age, because that's how you get yourself in a lot of pitfalls. I know, I've been there.
Also, don't call somebody old who's touching your feet. That's C, which I did put up on the Instagram, the audio too. Where the announcer, what was with the announcer? What was his deal?
I don't know, but that feet scene was terrifying because it lasted entirely too long. And he was like, this is for the foot fetish people. But then they didn't like cut it as a joke. And it was like, it lingered on the feet still. So I think they were actually making a scene for the foot fetish
Quentin
people.
Tarantino was watching. They knew he paid for
that was like literally on the point where I sat down on the floor and I was just drinking, being like, what is my life? How did I get here? Jonathan's never allowed to pick a subject again. I will.
Well, I picked iCarly. Anyway,
hold on.
Alex doesn't respond like, and that's a positive.
Well, like we were just talking about the foot fetish thing, and then you moved on to iCarly, and there's a history with the original.
Oh yeah, that's.
I'm just saying, like, your shows are having a theme, Jonathan. Do we need to talk about something? It's okay.
Look, and the thing too is that with Emma, it was I'm having a hard time remembering everything because I did not take notes. I just did not care enough. But the thing,
yes, it was Emma the Demon. You're right.
The thing is that like instantaneously, after watching that first episode, immediately I was like, okay, what do they expect to get out of this show? Do they think these people this is gonna last? Is that what they honestly think? This ain't gonna last. You met.
I'm not saying it's going to last. I don't think any really reality show is set up that way. But I understand the concept because a lot of what the conversation between these people was very physical appearance topic. You know what I mean? A lot of these people definitely do base relationship off of just what they see, face value. That's it. Which is, a sad way to have a relationship. That's not something you should build on it. It is an important thing because, of course, you see a person's face first. That's why you should always take good care of yourself. But I get the concept of the show. I think it went a little awry with the ridiculousness of the masks that they created. Because, like, some of them were just insane. Like the praying mantis one. Did you guys get to see a picture of that guy?
I didn't get to that episode, and I didn't see a picture.
I did see a picture, and
I didn't see a picture. I'm gonna bring it up. We'll bring it up. There is a Tin Man. Yeah.
Cut to YouTube.
That's terrifying.
Go to the YouTube version to see what we're looking at. Or at least look it up.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Why are his eyes dazed?
And look, they even got the pincher.
Because he was high to do this, Jonathan. All right. He had to be under the influence. He could not come here sober.
This one was the one that terrified me. And you're right, it was a male, sorry. Because this one was oddly realistic to me, and that freaked me out. But like again,
how he got dressed up in an outfit that would match his face too. He's like, no, if I'm gonna be the mouse with the pink ears, I gotta wear the pink shirt and the white shirt.
And he was a mandrill instead of a baboon.
Yeah. This one. Yeah. I think if they all kept it to like animals or something, this was not a sexy beast.
Yeah, the zombie was weird. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, they did her dirty. They did her dirty with that.
They really did. Like, because they're not showing it, but on the other side of the face, there was like what looked like flesh.
And she was gorgeous too.
Yeah,
she was gorgeous. That girl was beautiful. We're talking about the zombie one for those who are keeping track.
I did not like Emma's personality at all. She was boring. She was bland. She said like every other word. She laughed awkwardly after every single sentence. And I was just thinking, why did they choose her for the first introduction to the whole
Because they
entire
knew
series?
that because this show is really trying to sell the makeup aspect. I think that's the biggest thing. Like,
did
yeah,
pick
the dates are cool
that
and
up,
everything.
They're trying to go
too.
for that Emmy for outstanding makeup.
Yeah. I did pick that up. I was like, she's laughing weirdly too. She sounded like a laugh track.
She did.
And I don't understand.
Should we go over to James the Beaver?
I just
Yeah.
did not like him. His
He was
personality
too into
stuff.
himself. He was
He
too
is
into
very
himself.
into himself,
Oh my
especially the
God.
muscles. It's like, yeah, we get it, dude. You have muscles. Like,
Look,
At the end when he
Look.
takes off his jacket, and I thought he was about to hand it to her.
I thought that was so funny. I'm like, she should just leave him right then and there from that. I'm like, that's what I mean. Do they think this gonna last? This
he
man,
was, yeah.
he and her with that strapless dress on, which she looked great, by the way. She looked very pretty, very pretty. Her name was Alexis. I'm looking at the couples now. Alexis, you look very gorgeous. You're a beautiful woman. But she's sitting there with that strapless dress. Cold. It's cold out because they can see the breath. So I know it's cold. He take his jacket off, got a full sweater on, so he's still gonna be warm, and has the nerve to just throw it on the ground
and
then
show
just
off his muscles.
fresh off his muscles, and be like, "Come on, babe." It's like you ain't even gonna pick back up the jacket, bro.
And I will say this. All right, for you guys too, for every male out there or person dating a female or anything like that, and you start off with the sentence, "The reason why women don't date me," no, it's not the real reason. You're the problem. It's your personality and who you are. All right, I've heard that from lots of guys. Well, the reason women don't date me, no, it's not the reason you think it is. It's you. It's absolutely you. To the point, I actually have a story about that. We had a coworker named Josh, and this is a legitimate sentence that came out of this man's mouth. He said, "The reason women don't want to date me is because I don't have any long-term issues to fix."
That's a long-term issue to fix.
Right.
And I was like,
and
to which
you don't have long-term issues to fix.
I said, "I have a list. If you'd like to hang out, I can give it to you. And then I bet I could get your dream girl." And then he got a little pissy at me because apparently it's not okay to make lists about things wrong with your coworkers. We all have our hobbies. Yeah, if you have the sentence, "Women don't date me because of this," it's usually not because of the reason you think it is. It's you. It's always you.
That's why I don't believe in this whole incel culture. It's like, you are not an involuntary anything. It's called, you need to grow up and be a man and just like, and have some confidence in yourself, take care of yourself, and don't blame the world for the reason you don't have a girlfriend.
Fix your personality. That's all it is.
Right.
And this really showed. And I was talking to my mom about this because I had to, what felt like trauma dump on my mom about this show. I was like, these people need their looks. I was like, they don't have good personalities at all. These people need their looks to get into the relationships. Okay. Not one of them would I ever have an interaction I feel like pleasant with personality. Like,
That
I don't.
was fun, and I'll get to him when we get there.
He should have chose Amber. I thought he should have chose Amber. I thought she was the right one. I liked her personality.
You didn't like Alexis?
Oh, she was fine, but I liked Amber better. She was the
Honestly, I think
the purple one.
I think it was funny though when he was like, after seeing Zombie Girl walk away, he was just like, I should have called her. I should have picked her. I'm just like, yep, you done messed up, bro. You let her go. I guess that's the point of the show, is that it's not all looks. Because to be quite, I know for a fact he would have picked her, like, hands down. Also, the purple girl, I was like, she's the
Pixie.
black one.
She was a pixie.
She was a pixie. Yeah, the pixie girl. I'm like, she's definitely a black woman. I know it. And as soon as they should reveal their face, I was like, told you. I knew it. No one has a body like that ain't of the African American persuasion. All right. That girl was fine. All right. The rest of them are beautiful, but she is fine. All right.
Jerome, you're gonna get us taken off the air.
Listen, I was thirsting. A lot of these reveals was just hitting me hard. I was just
for a second, I thought you were saying I'm thirsting a lot of these people, and then I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's a new topic. I'm gonna just my drink there.
She fills up her drink.
They They picked some beautiful girls to be on
And
this.
no, they picked some beautiful people.
But
And
like,
again, they all needed their looks because they didn't
right,
know how
like
to look.
Alex.
Call me misogynistic if you want. Listen, I'm a single man who likes women. All right, get over it.
All right, let's go to Carousel.
Anyway, moving on.
Carousel the panda.
Carousel
who-
annoyed me
Who duetted
thoroughly.
Alex with the
Thoroughly,
TikTok.
Carousel annoyed me. I
Forget
could
the
not
cup, I got
stand
this.
her. And
I'm just gonna drink from the bottle. Forget the glass.
Carousel has a perfect. I know exactly why Carousel's single. She come on too strong. She comes on way too strong. She's already calling people her husband and stuff, and we gonna have all these kids and stuff like that. These aren't even realistically first dates. These are blind dates. These people know nothing about you, and this is how you come at them.
How old was she again? Because she said, I want to have kids and married and a family by 26.
She was 22.
Oh, okay. Then if she's talking about before 26, then I guess that's reasonable. But still,
I think the main concern should have been when she was calling herself a psychopath.
Right.
I love that
Tin
reaction
Man.
with the Tin Man as soon as she's like, "I'm sorry, you're eliminated." Yeah.
He was.
Hey, bro, good luck, brother. He dapping everybody up and stuff, just leave. I was like, dang, that man has no shame. He don't care if she don't like him.
There was a point where she was like, I got confused. I think he thought he was safe or something. No, he knew he was eliminated. He wanted out.
He absolutely knew.
He absolutely was ready to leave. Like he did not plan on staying. He wanted to go. He was ready to dip.
So I
not
have
want to
to
ever see her ever again.
Jerome, you got me drinking from the bottle now.
So from Carousel's episode, we meet Tyler, and he was an alien, and he was the one who ended up getting picked. Mm-hmm. And I just have to share this thing that I tweeted out. I just have to share it on our share screen from our YouTube page. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is an apt comparison. I don't know, Jerome, can you see?
I can see it now. I was looking at my audio.
So for those people who are listening, there was an episode of SpongeBob that was a Halloween episode, and in the episode, SpongeBob like shaves off all of his sponge, and you can only see his brain, and that's exactly what Tyler looked like in costume. So there's that.
Go to our Twitter page to see the original post.
I wasn't prepared.
But doesn't it look exactly?
It does. No, it's a perfect. Like I kept thinking he looked like a Mongo to me, and I was like, "Oh, he's almost ripe. He's good to eat soon." That's what my alcohol-addled brain went to. He looks about ready to. You got to eat him soon, or he's gonna be going bad. And then you get fruit flies.
It's just that they yeah. I mean, granted, Carousel, she's pretty, I guess, but she's. I'm sorry. It's hard to give her compliments because her personality is kind of shoddy to me. I'm not gonna lie. I fear for Tyler's life right now. I don't know if he's safe. Has anyone heard from him since filming this show?
She duetted me. I'm gonna show her all of this, Jerome. I'm gonna stick her on you.
I was like,
she seems crazy, but she seems like one of those ride or die bitches that you have on your side, and if you gotta bury somebody, you go get her.
I wanted Josh to win, the guy that she went to the zoo with.
Oh, I hated Josh.
Oh, I liked him.
What did Josh do?
Dude, like those people who are constantly pointing out that they're nerds. Like,
yeah, that's true. No real nerd has to tell you that he's a nerd.
Yeah, and then they'll constantly be like, "Oh, you don't like it because I'm a nerd." No, dude, I don't like it because you keep leaving your pants on the fucking floor. Pick up your laundry. It's nothing to do with you being a nerd or you doing this or that. No,
it sounds like a personal story. Like have you had an experience, Alex? Like, who was talking about pants? No one was talking about pants.
I'm just saying, people are constantly like, "Oh, I'm a nerd." Are you though? Because people don't broadcast that as much as one thinks. It's only a deflection or I'm trying to get out of trouble. This is why you hate me because I'm a nerd.
No, in all seriousness, I think, and I'm reading this, it says apparently Carousel is a comedian and former Miss New Jersey winner, according to Men's Health, that did this article to talk about who the.
So she wasn't entirely taking it seriously.
I think so.
No,
I
she
think she
mentioned
wasn't
that
entirely taking it seriously, and also that she's got a very like live personality, like she's always on when she's like in front of people. So
And she probably also
get
did it for the clout too, like just to be on TV.
You know, this is probably going to do wonders for her Instagram. You know,
right.
Plus,
So,
she's a party motivator, right, or whatever. Is that what was her job title? Because that is a job. That is a job of like people whose job it is to like go to nightclubs and stuff and to basically just like get parties.
Promoter.
Oh yeah, club
promoters. They're just people that like they're essentially kind of to get hype going for like people to hit the dance floor, do that type of thing.
Anyway, there is one I want to talk about. I didn't watch the episode. I don't know if you guys made it to. I believe they got to in episode 5.
That was episode 5, and I did not make it there.
Yeah, the episode. You know what I'm going to talk about, because the one that freaked me out the most, and I kind of refused, was the dolphin one. Her name was Nina, and I recommend people.
And I'm looking at a picture of her now. She was beautiful. They did her wrong to give her the whole dolphin head.
And I'm just saying, but like this right here, this is what people.
Oh yeah.
I saw this in previews a lot. Them, for audio listeners, it was a rhino. His name was Mick, which they did get together. They're the ones that picked. It was not confirmed if they stayed together or not. Nina and Mick decided to dolphin kiss their, or a rhino kiss. I don't know how to describe that. She rubbed her dolphin face on his rhino horn. And it was the weirdest moment, because I watched that clip on YouTube. And let me tell you, if I didn't have a fear of furries before, I definitely have a fear of them now. That is not. This whole movie, series, like really messed with me.
Also, I was.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I was. So it filmed in London, but they had mostly American contestants, but they also had some UK contestants as well.
Yeah, they did.
I thought that was an interesting choice. So obviously the people who they chose as contestants as Americans either lived or were staying in the UK at the time. But then Homegirl from the first episode didn't know what the word banter meant.
Yeah,
that was funny.
I'm like, even I know what banter is. And I'm like, I've been to like London once, and it was like 7 years ago. Loved it.
Right.
Want to go back. But even I know.
Right, and it's not like an exclusively like
British
UK
word.
term. Yeah, British word.
I was gonna say also, I did make it to the 4th episode with Ibrahim and as the wolf. That was actually a pretty good episode. Ibrahim's actually he seems like a pretty cool dude. And I do like that the ending of that episode is that he ends up picking the girl whose name is Gabby. And they have like what I honestly think is the most realistic thing I've ever seen in a reality show, or a dating reality show, where she's like, I'm just catching like friend vibes, to be quite honest with you. But we can keep like dating or something and see where it goes. And currently since filming the show, she is not dating. They're not dating anymore. But I'm like, that's really cool. That's the most honest thing I've ever seen in a reality show. Because most of these people are like, yeah, we're so in love, and now we're gonna be together forever. And she's like, nah, not this time, bruh. Like, I like you. You're cool. You're a handsome guy, but we're just not gonna be together like that right now. Until I see if there's some more sparks here. And I'm like, good for you. Good for you.
That was really boring. Nobody wants that from a reality show.
Nobody wants it because it's real, Alex. That's the problem. All right.
No, I want to see. I want to see the panda like traumatize the Tin Man so much that he's excited to get eliminated off in the sexy manner with Renaissance painting around them. That is the one. And also the beaver. I just didn't like him. Oh my god, he annoyed me so much. Got on my skin. And I will also say, I just saw the clips of the last 3 episodes. The rooster one also freaked me out a little bit. I don't know why they needed to give him the. They give him like really.
They give
I don't
him
know what
the-
it's called.
The
I don't know what
little,
it's called.
yeah,
I don't know what it's called.
neck
And
sag.
he ended up with the deer. I just think if you're going to do a show like this, at least have the animals come from the same. At least all either be animals, be the same creature. Have a theme going on.
That's actually a good idea to have a
Don't give me like
theme.
yeah, because it was the bamboo with the devil. What do they have to do together?
That's actually a good idea.
I was waiting for
Have a theme.
I was waiting for Jerome to correct me.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the pictures of all of the. I'm looking at the like kind of
There
like
was like
Instagram.
I genuinely paused to give you a second to like
There are like
correct me.
these Instagram pages, and so they have a little like Instagram snippets from all the contestants, or at least the people who won and stuff, and went on to do things. And I'm looking at them.
Yeah, I'm
Now
just
that
saying,
I'm thinking,
go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, now that I'm thinking about it, I've seen quite a few Netflix reality shows, like these types of. So to me, there's like three types of reality shows. There's reality shows where it's just, like Real Housewives, or where it's just like day-to-day life drama, the Kardashians, whatever. I'm not a part of that community. There's the reality shows where it's competition reality shows, where it's like week to week, a person gets eliminated, and then there's a winner at the end, at the end of the season. And then there's these types of reality shows where it's just each episode you can watch. It's a story within itself, and it's self-contained. Netflix has a lot of those. I don't know if you guys have seen Floor is Lava, but I highly recommend. I watched it during the pandemic, and it is entertaining. It is more entertaining than you would think at first.
I've seen like an episode of that where they told it's only because I saw that one clip where they told the guy, hey, use those muscles you've been working out. And he's like, I haven't worked out in like a month. He's like, I've been depressed. I related with that.
Yeah, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. And then they also have a show called Sing It, hosted by Titus Burgess, where it's like a singing show, and you have to, if you the person who hits the least amount of notes gets eliminated. The contestants vote each other out to see who. They don't know who hit the least amount of notes, but the contestants vote each other out. Anyway, it's entertaining as well. Netflix, I appreciate that they're not afraid to go with the most bizarre things.
Yeah, but that's Netflix though. Netflix always is willing to do that stuff, because the reality is that Netflix has all of the money and the resources in the world to just let garbage fly.
They can afford to throw anything at the wall,
and they will do it. Like, not saying everything they make is bad, because they make some pretty good stuff. There's some great shows. I want to start watching the Fear Street series now that all 3 movies are out. I can watch the whole thing.
Oh, I watched the first one. That was great.
But it's like, so it's like I'm excited for some of the stuff they got, but to be quite honest, it's like there's some stuff that I'm just like, why y'all greenlight this? Let me get this straight. Y'all cancel other shows to greenlight this. This was okay though. Okay.
I feel like you're taking this personally.
I'm just
and
saying.
Also, I mean, they've had some hits like the new Queer Eye. Like, that's really good. I enjoy the new Queer Eye. Why? Because I mean, it's good for anybody, male, female, hetero, not. It's to get some grooming tips. They're smart. They're clear.
And don't they give like life advice as well in general? Like,
do, because there was one about a guy who he kept or I don't know if it was a guy or a woman who kept the old shirts of his father who passed, and they made it into a blanket. So he actually had closet, because he wasn't having closet space for his own clothes, but he kept the deceased. But they were able to make it into a blanket and kind of keep everything that way. He could still have a part of it, but it wasn't taking up his whole life anymore, which is a great thing. When Snowball passed, I still had a lot of her stuff around, and it really hurt every time I saw it. It wasn't until I kind of like put it in a safe, neat little security box where I was like, it's here, but it can't be just out in the open anymore. It can't just be like constantly focused or anything. You need to move forward. Thankfully, I also got now Cheddar too, which he helped me move forward. And Queer Eye does help with that too. It shows you just little life tidbits about like, hey, sometimes we do get stuck in the past. This has turned positive. But back to the show. It's terrifying. A lot of the
Do
reality
we have
shows.
grades? Do we want to grade it?
I don't have.
Let's come up with the collective grade for it.
Collective grade.
I'll give it a D minus. No, a F plus. An F plus.
There is no such thing as an F plus. If it's
I'm gonna give it an F plus.
I'm enjoying the fact Jonathan actually said the word F. I didn't think he could possibly give a grade like that. You'd be like the best school teacher ever. Really quick, before we go into official grading, what would your sexy beast be?
Ooh, I had a feeling you were gonna ask this question, and I didn't think of an answer.
Wait,
rabbit.
I mean, I have a pug now, so I have to say pug, but that would scar me every time I looked at my pug.
I already said rabbit. It's already confirmed.
I don't know. Not a rabbit for you, Jerome. Not at all.
You don't get to tell me I'm picking.
Well, you're picking, but like you're also picking the wrong
asked
animal.
me which one I'd be. I just told you.
I'll be a guinea pig because I used to have a guinea pig. His name was Charlie, and it wouldn't hurt to like look because he's passed since then, so it wouldn't like hurt every time. I wouldn't have that frame of reference. So I'd be a guinea pig.
You're a rabbit and you're a guinea pig. Like, you guys pick woodland creatures? I would not think that for either of you. Oh my God.
Alex, you'd be something mythical.
I'm just having a great time right now.
You would be something like fantastical or mythical.
Alex wants to be
or demonic.
You were being so sweet for a second, Jonathan. And then you called me demonic.
She'd be a dragon.
Not you're demonic like me.
Oh no, like I'm demonic. Just the creature I'm choosing to represent me is demonic. Right. No, okay, thank you.
Represent these people at all. I think they just picked random costumes and went with it. None of these represent any of these people.
Why not? Pandas are very like cute, but they're like kind of stupid. And they're like in your face all the time. They're very clingy. There's those videos all the time about the pandas. They're like trying to leave the enclosure, those poor caretakers, and the pandas will just keep.
That's because that's how they what's it called? Imprint on. Like they do the same thing to their parents too, where they do like as soon as they have their mama, like they just latch on until they're grown.
Jonathan, you have always had a golden retriever energy, so you would be not retriever, golden lab. You'd be a golden lab.
Loyal.
Yeah. Like a good dog and just sporadically insane. Jerome, I would have to say for you would definitely be a kangaroo. Because kangaroos look cool, but they sporadically just want to fight you for some reason. And you can't tell me that's not a little bit like you.
Or question.
You want to sporadically fight people sometimes, and you know it.
You haven't told us yours yet.
I figured just a cat.
I already told you she's a dragon.
I'm a dragon. Oh, okay. I'm a dragon.
Dragon Alex.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dragon or a cat, which honestly, both have these like. Unless you get up close to them, are they evil or are they not? Or are they demonic? Apparently.
That's the fire breathing part. That's the demonic part. The fire breathing. So grade. Do we want to do a collective grade?
I mean, it's an awful show.
That this was almost like a bonus.
Raise your hand if you're giving it anything more than an F.
You know what? I am.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's just one of those things where it's just weird. Like it is like a show.
No, it is
for a community. But honestly, as I was watching it, I'm like, this is the most generic reality TV show. If it wasn't for the masks that they were wearing, in fact, someone said it best on an article. It said, "Sexy Beast is just Love Is Blind mixed with The Masked Singer." That's it.
Except Love Is Blind actually had an actual narrative. I was about to say this. They could have given us another season of Love is Blind. Well, they are apparently, but they're just taking their daggone time with it.
No, this is the new season.
There's
This
been
is what it
No,
is now.
no. Love is Blind follows the same people throughout the entire season, and it has an actual narrative, and you get to follow their whole lives from the moment they meet to the moment they get married. And it's way better than this.
Yo, people get married on that show?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't change the fact, Jonathan, that this is just a regurgitated idea, reality show ideas that got thrown in a blender, and this was the result that you had to sop up because this is what was left. In fact, I won't even say this is the drink. This is the leftover residue that's at the bottom of the blender that you didn't quite get in the cup yet. That's what this is.
No, wait. In all fairness, technically, this show, Sexy Beast, came out before Love is Blind in the UK. So technically, Love is Blind took it. The concept of not seeing your partner. All right. So technically, Sexy Beast is one up over. The only reason I give it a higher grade than F is one, because the makeup was immaculate so much that it frightened me.
It was
That takes a lot.
It was really good.
It was really good.
And they even went like down to the hands so you couldn't see the skin color too.
Right. And I didn't notice that until the demon woman had like hugged the bamboo guy, that her hands actually had like longer black nails and her skin was red. And I was like, oh, see, that is attention to detailing. Something that they missed in the movie Old, which we had just reviewed. I'm just saying. That being said, and also the characters, or the contestants, felt a little more real at the same time, because all of them knew they needed their appearances. All of them were very aware that they went off of like, I'm physically attracted to this, I'm physically attracted to that, but it's not working out for me. So all of them were very upfront with being like, I chase attractive people, but the people I've gotten have been just shitty. And so I admit that's the like first time I've ever seen a reality show where it's beautiful people admitting that they have horrible taste in personality, and they're usually blinded by the attractiveness.
Or rather that they're incapable of noticing who's a bad date.
Right, because they're so sharp. Which, admittedly, I don't watch as much reality shows anymore. I used to watch, back in the early 2000s, Rock of Love, Flavor Flav, those terrible dating shows. God, I don't know why.
It was always of love. It was Flavor of Love, Rock of Love.
Yeah, again, I was also a teenager.
Shot of Love.
Shot at Love, like.
Or shot at Love.
Yeah, it was Shot at Love. Also, my mom should not have been letting a 15-year-old watch that, because that's a good basis of where I got in my dating relationship from. But that's another story for another day. I will admit that these people openly admitted that I need my looks, because my personality kind of sucks, especially that Beaver guy. His personality sucked. So, I mean, that is something fresh and new that I have, at least personally, I have not seen. So that's also why I give this show a higher grade. Also, it was just a fun show to be traumatized by. There's a lot of shows that'll mess you up, but this one was kind of fun. I was like, oh God, the devil and the bamboo are making out.
It gave me like MTV dating show vibes.
Right, and I think that's what it was. What it was. This brought me back to the 2000s, and I miss them.
Right. I was not transported, but like it gave me flashbacks to the time that we sat on here after one of our recordings and just randomly watched Next for like an hour.
I used to love Next.
I just here's the thing, is that I would not freaked out by this show because I've watched Face Off. And for those who don't know what Face Off is, it's a reality show on Sci-Fi in which makeup artists who want to do makeup for sci-fi movies and all types of stuff compete. So I've seen worse, like creature effects and stuff like that in a reality TV show setting. This barely cracks the surface. And then on top of that, I've seen better dating shows. So for me, a lot of this is just par for the course. It's a boring reality TV show that's gimmick is just that, man, look how crazy these masks are. Although I did love in episode 4, there's they go to like a bar or something, and there's this one girl in the background who just keeps staring at them. They keep getting shots of her looking back at them. And then the whole time I was so distracted because I was just like, I can just imagine their conversation right now. I'm just like, babe, stop staring at them. I'm just saying, he's a wolf man and she's an owl woman. You don't think this shit's weird? That's
You know
weird.
At least those
It's
two
weird,
were
Tyrell.
belonging in the same forest. I'll say
Right.
it again, they should have had a theme. Because a
They
random
should have.
pixie zombie and like have a theme. Have the woodland creatures be with the woodland creatures.
I was thinking that like
Pass it
when they were at the amusement park in episode 2 or 3, I think, I was just thinking, what are people who are just they came to the amusement park with their kids, being like, "Oh, this is a family fun day."
Monsters exist and they're dating. This is not good. They can't be allowed to procreate. This is only going to cause more problems.
And now we have a next post-apocalyptic novel right there, based off
Here
of
we
Sexy
go.
Beast.
Yes. All right. I think that's all that we've.
This
looked
was
at in
Sweet
this
Tooth.
show.
When all those characters, hybrid kids, like grow up, is this what they were going to be? Are they
No,
going to
but
be
that's-
animal people out here dating?
With Sweet Tooth, does that mean a man had sex with a deer to create the half deer?
No.
All right, let's
just
go to
born that
socials.
way.
Okay,
He was
just
Alex,
born
where
that
can we
way.
find you on social
Because
media?
Christopher Columbus, he slept with a manatee and a llama.
All right, let's go to Jerome. Actually, Jerome, where can we find you on social media?
Okay, you can find me at Not Jerome Rhett on Instagram. Also, at Robo Zoom Media. There you go. I'm done with this whole
You
show.
can find me.
To be honest.
You can find me at Jonathan Keys on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you please. Alex,
Don't
I
ignore
proceed
his.
with caution.
I'm
But
just
where can people
saying,
find you at?
don't ignore the truth of history.
That's not how it happens. That's not how any of that happens.
I'm talking about reality now and the history of us. Anyway, well, not us. Anyway, his descendants maybe. But anyway, you can find me at Alex and Nobody on Instagram. And I also take care of the podcast TikTok, where you can see the panda duetted me, and I asked her a few questions. She was a lovely person to answer them. And it's called The First Ones to Die. That is also our name for Instagram, Twitter, and all our other social media, as well as our Gmail account
And
you can
YouTube page.
and YouTube page,
Yes.
where you can go ahead and message us on any of those accounts. Leave a comment on the YouTube. Oh, I'm sounding like Jerome now. That's what happens when I drink.
You can see us on the tube.
And just come say hi to us on The First Ones to Die, and let us know about your reaction to the show and how many drinks you needed to get through it.
Yeah, tune in next week to when we maybe review Green Knight or Jungle Cruise. We haven't decided yet.
But I'll be
Something will happen next
sober.
week.
I promise. Maybe. I don't know.
So we'll
This
see.
show had an
Anyway.
effect. I might need a few more.
With that being
Have a good
said,
night.
see y'all.
Catch you later.
Bye.